What's good, everybody? It's Big Game James. I'm back in these streets. I'm in these free agent streets today. We in these work streets, but we in the free agent streets today. That's what we're gonna talk about right quick. While I got a quick break, I'm running the store. Hoo hoo hoo. I'm running the store, so we'll see how it goes today. Another cold day out here in the CO, but hey, it is what it is. It's wintertime. But I ain't gonna talk very long. I just happen to look. I look at a CBS Sports, Fox, ESPN. I rock with CBS Sports. I just feel like they got the best writers out there. And you know what? They ain't charging you like ESPN does. Anytime ESPN writes an article, they charging you. Oh, you want to look at this article? You gotta pay for us. Man, ain't nobody doing all that. When I can go to CBS Sports and get better writers than y'all, and it be free. So that's why I lay my hat on CBS Sports. They got a lot of good stuff. Anyway, Pete Briscoe is a longtime guy with CBS Sports, football guy, scout. I don't know if he was a scout, but he's a guy that's got a long tenure over there. And I respect what he got to say. You know what I'm saying? I listened to him for probably about 6-7 years now. I respect what he's got to say. I don't agree with everything he's got to say, but I like how he does his breakdown of the top 100 free agents. He does it every single year, his top 100 free agents. So I just went to it. I'm sure there's a lot of other free agents out there with different people they like. But I like Pete Briscoe, so I just went with that top 100. And I just thought, you know what? If Cowboys lose some people, maybe here's some guys that they may want to look at. So first of all, the big topic right now is Osa Odighizuwa. He's one of the big name free agents out there for the Cowboys. Specifically, I said you should have paid him at the beginning of the season. You probably could have maybe got it less than the 20 million, maybe 15, 16 million. That's a difference. 4 or 5 million, that's a difference. So, he went on and went crazy, had the highest pressures in his career high in pressures, career high in sacks, and they always do it when it's contract time because they trying to get that next contract, so they trying to ball out on that last year. That's the truth. That's what they all do. That's what we would all do. But anyway, been seeing the numbers, and his stuff has skyrocketed over 20 million, possibly getting between 20 and 23 million. I think Spot Rack gave him a 4-year, 84 million, averaging like almost 23 million a year. I would love to have him back. I ain't even tripping if they paid that. For real. I mean, Osa's been healthy. You talked about signing your own, drafting, signing your own, and moving on. You feel me? So this is a situation where this is a guy that was really good. He was drafted with Micah Parsons, and he's been good. He's wore down. Yes, I've seen him wear down, but also seen him play out of position. You know what I'm saying? He's undersized. He's a 3-tech. I think he's a good 3-tech, but when they put him at the 1 or the 0, when they're trying to run different sets, he's undersized and he wears down. But if you're talking about the totality of his career, I definitely think he should get some money. And if Dallas don't pay him, somebody is, and it might be a contender. It may come back to bite you. We've seen players leave Cowboys. Not everybody. They ain't all successful, but some of them do leave, go to different teams, ball out. This could be a situation where Osa gets to the right team. I could see him with like the Ravens, Steelers, something like that. Somebody who just needs a few pieces to solidify what they're trying to do, and it could take them over the top. Blend Osa with a bunch of good guys on that defensive line, he will be even better. But when you got Amazi, I ain't hating on you, Mazi. He's okay. You had Chauncey Golston. He's good. Not great, but he's good. He's a tool belt, can do it all. And then they had Linville Joseph, for a little bit. The cat from Buffalo, Jordan Phillips, I think his name is. They had a few other guys, but nothing of significance. Let's just put it like that. So I feel like he's a building block for your team. You should figure out how to sign him. But I think he might be gone because $20 million for Dallas for a defensive tackle, even though their defensive tackles are like third in the franchise tag. They're like $27 million for a defensive tackle. So it ain't out of the realm to be paying that yearly and annually. So that's just my thoughts. I don't think Cowboys are going to re-sign him, but you never know. This is supposed to be the new age Cowboys. So let's see. So that was my thoughts on Osa. And now let me get to these free agents right quick because I don't want to take real long. But yeah, the top 100 free agent list, and I just wrote down some names to some guys that I like. I'm going to actually post this list in this video. You can pause the list. You can see the breakdowns of the players. There's some guys I liked, and I wrote them down here. I'm just going to go through the names. You go back through the video, and you read through them. And, tell me what you think in the comments. So, defensive tackle B.J. Hill. Kaiser White, linebacker. He used to play with the Eagles, went with the Cardinals. I thought he was pretty good. Hassan Reddick. I like Hassan. He turned up over in Philly when he got a chance. Didn't really play with New York, so he got a whole year of freshness. 31, freshness. You never know. And because he didn't get that big deal and he's older, maybe Cowboys can sign him. Chase Young is another guy who's kind of an underachiever after he had a great rookie year and had the injuries. Kind of underachieved, kind of bounced back with the Saints. I always like Chase Young. I'm out here in OHIO, so I get to see Chase Young. Got to see him more than a lot of other people. Always like Chase Young. And I thankfully think he'd be a good addition, for real. Asante Samuel Jr. I love Asante Samuel Jr. coming out of college. That was my guy. And I wanted the Dallas Cowboys to draft him, but they didn't because he was short. And we saw he had had some injury issues. Not the biggest guy, but I think coverage good. And I definitely think you should re-sign J. Lou. But if you don't, I think Asante Samuel Jr. is somebody you should keep your eye on. Marquise Downtown Brown. Marquise Brown didn't have the great season that he thought he would have. But the thing about Marquise Brown, got a lot of speed. And that's what Dallas needs. So that's why I put him on here. Speed. Baron Brownie, OHIO. He's a guy I loved coming out of college. Wanted the Cowboys to scoop him. He's had a pretty decent career, got traded. I don't know if he'll get re-signed because they did trade for him. But I like Baron Brownie. And considering the linebackers we have, I think he'd be a good addition. Sebastian Joseph Day, another guy that was traded. I believe he went to the Chargers. He may went to the Titans. I can't remember. But I remember watching his tape when he got traded. And so he was out there in free agency, and somebody could have picked him up. I just like his game. Check his tape out. It's pretty good. Stefan Diggs. I really don't want to deal with the Stefan Diggs if you want to ask me. That whole Stefan Diggs thing, let's make that happen. Coming off a torn knee or, tore leg up, 31. I just ain't doing it. Me, 1-year deal, Cowboys love those guys, and he be that name player that Cowboys, look, we got Stefan Diggs. People be hyped up. I'm not going to be hyped up on no Stefan Diggs. Not coming off no tore up injury on the leg. Nah, at 31, And he real noisy. I don't want that. Michael Jackson. I think the Cowboys drafted him was it 2019? They drafted Michael Jackson. Pretty decent career so far. I thought they should have kept him. They damn near didn't even give him a chance. You can always circle back around. Cowboys love to circle around. Dre Greenlaw. We saw how he got injured a couple years ago with Achilles, and he pretty much missed a lot of this past season. Had a calf injury probably because he was dealing with that Achilles, still trying to mend. But another year removed from it, I think he should be good. He's 28 years old. You've seen the impact he can have. Dallas needs a nasty guy like that. So if you had a Dre Greenlaw with a Barris, Leah Fuller, oh yeah, that'd be hot. That you need to look at that Dre Greenlaw because he's the type of guy that we need. Angry, aggressive. We need that. And then my last guy, Khalil Mack. I love Khalil Mack since Buffalo. You feel me? The College of Buffalo. And I was actually at that game when they played Ohio State, and he went crazy. And I was like, who's this dude from Buffalo? I fell in love with the dude, and you've seen what he's done in his career. Long story short, still, I believe, had 6 sacks last year. 33 years old. We know he ain't the guy no more. But he's still productive. A year before that, I think he got like 17 sacks. So it ain't like he just fell off the map. And he could be a good situational rusher for you. I think he still got that dog. I think he got a good, maybe 2 years left in him. A good another year, I think he can, if he gets in the right system, he could still be doggish. And I would, Cowboys love the older, aging stars, name player. I don't think he'd be crazy expensive. Cowboys look at him. So, when I'm talking about the guys that I said in free agency, You know, when I look at the guys that the Cowboys have right now, linebackers, Maris Leafalo, he's a dog. Like I said, Dre Greenlaw, Baron Browning, pair somebody else with him because he's a dog. I like what Kendricks did. We'll see what happens with him. But I love Maris. I loved him in the draft. Shout out to Star. She mentioned him to me. I instantly delved in, went to the Senior Bowl, loved him with everything he did. Loved, great pick. Let me flip this. So we got Damone Clark, and unless he bounces back, I don't know. Darius Harris, Buddy Johnson, Maris, Demarion Overshown. I just hate that he got hurt. He's such an animal. And if you got a Greenlaw, Overshown, Maris, woo! Damn, Overshown, I'm mad you hurt. Dog it! Pisses me off. That man is just different. Speed, everything. I hope he just can come back like he was, but I'm scared of that. And then Micah's the chess piece. In linebacker, put him anywhere you want. He can do whatever. And just looking at the defensive ends, I mentioned, they got Micah play the end, Marshawn Nealon, and this is where I say it's okay for me to let DeMarcus Lawrence go, 34. I'm cool with D-Law going. I mean, I know people just love him to death. That's cool. I ain't hating on him, but Marshawn Nealon is, to me, the same player. Not going to be a big sack guy, going to get heavy pressures and is going to hold down the run. Why be a progress stopper now? I'm cool, especially if you got if you could swap out a Khalil Mack for a DeMarcus Lawrence, I'm doing that. Sam Williams, this is your chance. This is your time, y'all. You got to show and prove. You got to show and prove this year. Can't be, and I get it, he was chomping at the bit, didn't get the playing time, but this is your time, bro. Because if you don't do it this year, that's a bust. We talking about the defensive tackles. Dallas definitely need a defensive tackle. I put a couple guys in my Twitter. Mozzie, he okay. I just ain't thrilled about Mozzie. Maybe year 3, the light fully turns on. You saw flashes last year, and that's a good thing, but I still don't trust him. Justin Rogers, I love to see what he can do. I'm glad the Cowboys got him back in the fold. I like what they, I'm glad they got him back. And as I end in this, Cowboys, y'all need a receiver. I was just looking at Brian Thomas. Man, he turned up with Jacksonville. He went absolutely crazy. He was the pick before Tyler Guyton. That hurts me because he would have been perfect with CeeDee Lamb. Perfect. Number one with a number one. Perfect. That's what Dallas needs. So I didn't already told y'all. Travion Henderson, I won that second round. I know it ain't no guarantees. We can go get that Luther guy from Missouri. I'm thinking on the fly, so I got a lot of things going on. But they need an impact receiver now. It ain't no Jalen Tolbert. It ain't no Jalen Brooks. It ain't no Kevontae Turpin. It remains to be seen about some Jonathan Mingo. They need a dog coming out right now, hit the ground running. This is the dude. That's what they need. They can find that running back to pair with a Rico or whatever. And I told you who I want, Travion Henderson. A whole bunch of running backs you can get, though, but that's my guy. But receiver, you need one badly and now. I say go after hitting that 12th pick and then freak it from however you want after that. But you need a dog, and you need a dog now with CD, and Dak needs one. So that's just my quick thoughts on the free agency, on Dallas's, the free agents that been put out there. I'm going to post a video. Give me your thoughts in the comments. Tell me what you think about the guys, or tell me some guys that maybe you might like in the free agency. And we'll see what happens, because this is the year the Cowboys said they were doing it different. So I'm looking, and on that I'm looking to make sure, see if y'all do. Because if you don't, you know me, I'm going ham in the cut. Big Game James, I'm out. Peace.